Hello everyone, Rimea here, and welcome to my playthrough slash developer commentary or whatever you want of my newspaper review mod which I released half a year ago, Mario Saves Christmas. So let's get started. So as the name suggests, this is a Mario theme, like Christmassy themed mod. Which is only one world long. I did some cool custom stuff in this mod. Like you can see, there's a custom menu thing going on right now with the background and stuff. You can also see like the image on this gamepad is replaced, that kind of thing. Curiously enough, I decided not to go for custom music in this mod though, mostly because at the time of making this, the ways of adding custom music into mods was a little bit limited and all glitchy. So I just decided to stick to the original sounds of the game. So this stage is called Wintry Away, which I guess is a bit of a play on Acorn Plains Way, which is one that's run in the original newspaper review. Because also the World 1 map is called Wintry Acorn Plains instead of just Acorn Plains. So I guess you can kind of look into that as being some sort of reference. The first star coin is down here, which is a little bit of a strange decision on my part, I would say. Like the camera limits and stuff are cool, but I feel like most people might just think that's like suicide jumping down there. So yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking there. I guess I was kind of like enamored by how cool the camera controls were and didn't really think about how maybe the actual player might experience that star coin. You know, people who don't know there's a star coin down there like I do. That's something I really try to aim for nowadays, is like try to get my mods playtested and stuff, so I understand that maybe some people don't think the exact same way I do and might not know there's a star coin in an area like that, so yeah. There used to be a presence in that hole to the right there, and if I walk in there, hold on. There's a lot of these kind of little nooks and crannies in this stage, especially, where you can get some coins by going in there and like doing a little bit of a mini puzzle almost. And that's really something I like about this stage. And in general, I like the feel of this stage quite a lot as well. Like the tiling is quite nice, I would say. It has quite like a Wii-like feel, I would say. Of course, with the tile sets, the trees being from Wii, and also the like the way the question blocks and brick blocks look. If you look over here, they look a little bit more square, like they do in Wii, rather than the more rounded edges that these review question blocks and brick blocks have. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I like the way these coins go over this hill. That's just like a little bit of a strange setup with some swaying controllers and some movement control coins. The first star coin you can get by just... Oh no, not the first star coin, also that's not how you do that. Hold on. No, I want the cube shell. That again. You can do with that shell like that, and then you have to get the fire bro to defrost that ice block right there. Now, how I probably should have done this is I should have had this little section like to the left of the fire bro, because right now a lot of people are probably just gonna kill this fire bro, and then they can't get this star coin anymore, even though they didn't even have any idea that that star coin would have been there. So I think that's a little bit of a weird design choice, but it's still pretty cool, I would say. This menu screen was a little bit odd. The idea was that there's going to be like a star coin hidden behind this this present right here, because these are some remodeled presents. They're usually just supposed to be the wooden crates from Newspaper Review. But that's sadly not possible, or at least I didn't know at the time. I would know now how to make it so the star coin appears behind the present. So instead I just made it so it appears like the star coin itself appears once you've broken that specific package. As you can see, also the star coins in this mod are a little bit more like grey-like. I'm not sure why I did that. I guess because it was kind of cool at the time to do that kind of thing. It's alright. It doesn't really change too much. I think I saw someone like, yeah. See, I saw that in like a playthrough of the mod at some point. You can do some fun stuff with the gravity controlled, like the midways which are affected by gravity. They get affected by a lot of things, which probably wasn't intended by Nintendo. So yeah. There's another one of these like little nooks I was talking about where you can solve this little puzzle and then... Oh, okay, that works. And if you go in here, you get some coins. Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff in this stage. And in this mod in general, I like having those kinds of little hidden areas in my stages for people to collect some coins. Actually, probably don't want to throw a shell here because we have to go up here. I also like the way the thing I did with the pipes in this mod. They look a little bit more like shiny and stuff. I guess it kind of fits with the Christmassy vibe. And in general, I just really like the look of it. More so than the original pipes from Nintendo. I think you can jump down there, but you can also... Oh, you can't go back in here. Okay, well. There we go then. the usage of fire bros in a snow stage is a little bit weird, but it does work mechanically, because the entire point of this stage really was to have a lot of like stuff with these ice blocks, which the player is supposed to be able to like defrost with a fire flower. But then the idea was I'm not going to give the player a fire flower, so they have to get other enemies, so like fire bros, or in this case a Venus fire trap piranha plant, to like make it to, I guess, unfreeze the ice blocks. That's something I hadn't seen anyone else do before, including Nintendo. So that's kind of the idea of this stage. That's the stage already done. There we go. The backgrounds in these stages are like one of the more special backgrounds added to New Super Luigi U. That also means that this mod isn't playable with the older version of New Super U, which doesn't include the New Super Luigi U stuff yet. I originally was going to get Widowmaker to make a background. I think he even tried to make something, but I never ended up including it in the mod. Instead, just sticking with the more generic backgrounds. Alright, Winter in Acorn Plains -2. What was it called? Blue Pipe Burrow, I think. This stage was originally made for Super Mario Evolution, actually. There's a couple stages like that in this mod, which were originally not intended for this mod specifically, but I included regardless. And yeah, I quite like this stage. The original version I made for SME was a little bit meh, but this I like the way I updated it for Mario 6 Sisters here. You can actually go in both of these pipes, but if I go in this one, you can see you actually end up in a little bit of like a more secret route. You end up there, and then I think you also get some coins. Yeah, you do. But if you had taken the normal pipe, you would end up here, which I think most people are probably gonna take that normal pipe. So yeah. These signs were one of those additions which I made mainly because I had people playtest them all, and they said the penguins, or the cooligans I guess, especially in this stage, were quite annoying and kind of came out of nowhere. So I added those signs to kind of indicate, oh yeah, there's cooligans coming, you know? Beware. I guess this stage also uses the penguin suit, which is cool. It's always fun seeing these, I mean, it maybe kind of lost its charm over the years of New Super Mario modding, but it's still kind of cool seeing these mostly Wii power-ups in New Super Mario. Oh, I really shouldn't have gone over there. Oh well. Oh, okay. It's a little bit weird how I blended the two signs here, because they don't completely look the same. Like, the lighting is a little bit different on the top sign. It's a little darker and stuff. I probably shouldn't have put those on top of each other like that. It looks a little strange. Because the penguin signs, or the cooligan signs, I guess, are literally just tile sets. Now, as you can see by me doing that, there's a bonus room, or like a special thing up there. Let's go down here first. This bonus room up here is like something that's quite, it happens a lot in this mod, I guess. I have these cool ideas for bonus rooms and stuff, but they're a little bit too tricky, or a little bit too specific for some people to understand, it seems. This one especially is just like what was I thinking, people actually getting what you're supposed to do here. I can't even get it first try, as you can see. But you're supposed to ride a Killigan, freeze it, and then like you can just barely get into that pipe, which you're supposed to get in like one tile higher, so that's where you need the Killigan. You can just barely get in there by riding that Cooligan. I'm not sure if you can actually get that star coin if you wall bounce. Oh, you probably can actually. Oh, I was close there. Hold on. We get running speed. Oh yeah, you totally can. Huh? That's funny. Oh, I think there's a. Oh, damn it. Yeah. I thought there was a Cooligan in there. I like this little section here where the Cooligans just barely make it into that pipe. It's quite nice. As you can see, that you can also go into all of the big pipes in this stage, and in here there's like some coins and stuff. And it's a little secret route, and I quite like the way I implemented that. Oh, I don't like the way I'm dying right now. There we go. Can I? There we go. And then yeah, some coins again. That's something I like doing. Of course, these big pipes were kind of just ripped from. Well, they're not ripped because I didn't make them from scratch, but they were like the concept and the way they work is exactly the way they do in newer stages as well, newer Wii. But I think, you know, that kind of thing is kind of, you know, you see that a lot in mods, especially Wii mods, of course. I don't think it's really me ripping them off, because a lot of people do that kind of thing. Yeah, that sign there is to indicate that you have to go in here. So this whole section, the second section of this stage, is completely different from the way it was in Super Mario Evolution. Oh, you can see that that flag popping out of the pipe. There's actually a bouncy cloud down below this pipe, and like this is a semi-solid, and now there's like the thing where some tiles disappear once you go over here, and then the midway bounces on the bouncy cloud, and that's how you end up with that little effect. Yeah, so this whole area we're going into now, I made like a year after the first section of this stage. So I don't know, it might feel a little different. I don't like this area as much as the first half. The first okay, well, I was trying to do a ground pound cancel and was not paying too much attention. Let's do that again. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't like the second half as much. It's a little shorter, it's a little harder, I would say. But it doesn't feel as refined or something, I don't know. I don't hate it or anything. It's a lot better than the original second half of this stage. Maybe I should show that off in a video at some point, I don't know. That might be fun. Oh, okay, there we go. I think that you can actually, if you can make a precise jump to get up there, and then there's like some coins that spawn, I think. But I can't be bothered to try and get it now. Or all, I was trying to get it, and then I couldn't, so I'm not going to do it. Sometimes I put like these semi-solids in the pipes because you don't want to go back down there anymore, I think. You go over here, and then you go back, you can already hear some coins spawning. That's just a little, you know, a little bit of a twist on the same old, like, if you go in here, you get some coins spawning, but now it's like more like the jump art coins, which you might usually see in stages already. Now here's where this stage gets a little bit tough, I would say. I think it's still reasonable, like, it's not too difficult, but yeah, you're supposed to jump on the Cooligan here. Which, oh, my stuck. I think originally there was like a hidden block. If you fell down here, there's like hidden blocks or like a single hidden block, and if you fell, like you might have hit that hidden block and then like died. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, there's also a secret exit in this stage, and you're supposed to freeze a Cooligan and then ride on it, kind of like for the second star coin. It's also the third star coin you get. I don't have a penguin suit or an ice flyer right now, so I can't do that. I think if you're quick enough, you can also just barely make this jump. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, well, wait. Okay, wait. I was going to try and make the secret exit then, and then I realized I can't do that. I don't have enough time. Not enough invisibility frames for that. Yeah, here we are. This is the end of the stage. Yeah, we probably... No, can I not suck for a second? Come on. Okay, well, maybe we can get the secret exit now, but that was that was terrible. I was trying to do, like, a fancy wall jump onto the flag there or something. I don't know, I failed. Let's try that again. I guess, yeah, like I was saying, let's try and get the secret exit this time. I think the easiest way to do this one is actually to first, oh, I suck. Okay, well, we're gonna run for it. This is not the way to do this, whatsoever, but here we go. Okay, so you're supposed to, shoot the Cooligan and then ride on it as it's, like, frozen, and that works rather well, but I didn't make it there. I was trying to jump over the Cooligan and then freeze it from the right side, but nah. Alright then. Well, that's one way to get that secret exit. So I guess we're gonna play the secret stage then, and then we'll play the tower. I've been rambling on a lot, so we're probably gonna split this up into 2 parts, even though it's only a 1 world mod. Because yeah, this is taking a while. I think yeah, we're also gonna get the cutscene now. I've been playing so many mods recently. I have like the way the structure of these programs you kind of memorized, or at least the first world. Okay. And let's play this stage, which was another stage originally meant for Super Mario Evolution. In fact, at some point, this stage was isn't not even that old. It was at some point even meant for Cloudy 2. It was meant to be like a 1-dash secret for Cloudy 2. But I decided to make it like, I guess, snowy, because this used to be just a generic beach stage. Because if you notice, there's nothing really snowy about this stage except for the aesthetics. There's like no icy mechanics or anything like that. And that's because this was originally just meant to be a completely normal beach stage. But then I decided to put it in Mario 6 Christmas as a secret stage, and that's how we ended up with this snowy beach, which I guess is kind of a unique feel. Can I actually? I've been just dancing with these Hucket Crabs the entire time. Can we actually do? There we go. This star coin is a little bit of a tricky one. Let's see if we can get this. So probably want to go right about now. Oh, yeah. So you don't actually take damage as Penguin Mario if you run into the Poker Puffer. So that was kind of intended that you can make that like that. So obviously the best way to do it is to kill the Poker Puffer first. Oh, I wasn't ducking there. Whoops. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing really snowy about this stage except the aesthetics. But there's no real snowy mechanics or anything like that. It was just a bit of a missed opportunity, but I really couldn't be bothered to change this stage when I was like converting it from Mario 6 Christmas. So it's all just kind of the same thing mostly. Oh, there we go. A lot of Poker Puffer dodging. I'm not a huge fan of Poker Puffer stages in general, but I don't mind the way I use it in this stage. How am I supposed to get up there? Alright, there's like a, yeah. You can do this kind of jump and then you get a 1-up, I think. Yep, there we go. Oh, bit of a lazy start point. Oh, damn it. Over here, you can like barely see that pipe right there because of the background and it being blue. And then there's this little section right here, which doesn't really make much sense when you think about it. It's like icy cave for some reason. I couldn't be bothered to make an icy underwater background or something for this mod, so I just stuck with the icy underground. I guess it kind of works. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird theme in general. This whole like, because it's still kind of exotic with the palm trees and stuff, but it's also snowy for some reason. It's really weird. Now I've seen some people do, like, when doing a playthrough of this stage, not realize that you're supposed to carry this this wheel all the way through, and yeah, that's something I really should have made more obvious in hindsight. Alright, that's a little bit of a cool tile gold thing right there, destroying all those tiles like that. Yes, you're supposed to carry this wheel all the way through. But yeah, I really didn't make that too clear in hindsight. I should have done something like maybe some coins that indicate, yeah, you're supposed to carry it through, because then with this thing you go into this pipe. Oh, how am I supposed to? Okay, I guess this works. Yeah, you're supposed to go into this pipe. I also like the way this sign, like if I go back, it gets put down and then carried back on one of the other platforms. It's quite fun. Yeah, so you're supposed to go into this pipe like this. I lined that up perfectly. But obviously there's a secret down here if you hadn't noticed yet, where you can do this. And that leads to the third star coin. There we go. And then there's one little section, and that's the end of the stage. There's a secret exit at the end of the stage, you know, as the normal exit. That's just to make sure that World 5 doesn't actually unlock. This is just like a bonus stage, just for fun. There's no real point to really playing it, except, you know, having fun playing a stage. Not sure what I did with the rainbow here. I guess it's supposed to be like an ice bridge or something. I don't know. It works, I suppose. Looks a little strange, maybe. Oh yeah, I guess you'd rather save. Okay, and I guess I better get the normal exit in one issue now. Hopefully not dying stupidly this time. And I guess I'll see you guys when I get that, and then we can continue on with the tower. Alright, and that should be the normal exit. Let's see if I don't die by doing some dumb wall jump thing again this time. Actually, I say that as I'm doing some dumb wall jump thing, but here we go. And that's the normal exit. So yeah, like I was saying, now we're gonna move on to the tower, which is a really cool stage, I would say. It's another scrapped Super Mario Evolution one, and I would have included this in Cloudy 2, except I mean, spoiler alert, I don't have a snow world in Cloudy 2, so I can't really include this stage in there, but that's why it's in here instead. Polystyle Pagoda. Now, polystyle, this is one of those, like, I googled it, for the names at least. Polystyle means, like, a tower with multiple, like, different towers or something. I don't know, so, like, a tower with multiple pillars. Oh, whoa, I just kind of glitched through that, didn't I? Whoa, hello? What happened there? Oh, wow. That's weird. And then pagoda is, like, a word for a Japanese structure or something. So this is a wraparound stage. I think I quite smartly indicated that with the way this Cooligan is going around the screen right now. Oh, and I glitched right into it. Okay, and then if you might notice, like you can walk over here, so you can do this. I really like the way I did that first Dark One, to be honest. It's really quite cool and clever, I would say. So in this stage I used these climbable poles, and then originally these I'm not sure why I changed this, but originally these note blocks were like also purple, like the climbable poles. And I also have these like horizontal climbable poles, which weren't in the original game, but these are actually just hanging ropes, which were in Wii but not in East Review, though they are still, like, their code is still in East Review. And I just retextured them to be like these horizontal climbable poles, and it works really well, I'd say. Like it makes the mechanics really blend together, and they work quite similarly. So yeah. You can also see more examples of the Cooligan signs, which we also had in the last stage, or I guess 1-2 at least. And that was also, once again, mostly to indicate, like, okay, beware, there's some Cooligans in this area. And that's mostly, like, something I included after testing stuff, or at least having other people test stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of instances in this stage where it might be more obvious to, like, from here, jump over here. But actually, the more easy jump is jumping from here to here. So you can kind of pick and choose which you prefer, you know, doing an easier jump, but doing it across screen borders or doing a trickier jump, but making it all be on one screen. But here you're forced to do it. And you might be wondering, well, okay, that's quite an early midway. This stage actually, I'm not sure why I chose this, but this stage actually has 2 midways. I guess because it's just really long, and I had like a lot of ideas for this stage, so that's how I ended up having it have 2 checkpoints. But I think it works quite well. It's a very unique feeling stage, and yeah, I quite like it, like I've been saying. I think there's just a power up here, isn't there? Oh, that Cooligan just went over that like it was nothing. This section is probably a little too tricky. First of all, there's some off-screen Paracoopas, which is just a little bit weird. And here, you're like, in order to dodge this Paracoopa, you're supposed to like drop down like this and then jump like that. But as I'm demonstrating right now, being the one who made this stage, even for me, this is a little bit hard. Can I? Wait, how am I supposed to do this? Because I can't make that jump. Maybe I'm supposed to spin? Okay, no, I'm here now. Okay, it's a little bit weird. Also, the way Mario looks with like hanging from a I guess you'd call it a fin or a flipper. It looks really weird. He's just hanging on. Like this doesn't make any sense physically, but I don't know. It looks really funny. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do this one either. Honestly, like I guess it'd be easier to jump on there and then jump here again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's very tricky, especially multiplayer, which I didn't really make this mod with multiplayer in mind. But yeah, I can imagine that must be quite a, I don't know, quite a mess doing it in multiplayer. And single player itself is also quite tough. So over here you can already see a little bit of a secret area. I kind of like putting little secrets like off to the right, which you'll know you'll get there at some point, but not right now. Yeah, there's a lot of cooligans here, but that's intentionally because you actually, if you hold on. Okay, we're killing a lot of penguins right now. If you go over here, there's some coins that pop up like that. Yeah, just a little secret thing right there. More Cooligan signs, though in this case there really isn't any Cooligan to go with the sign. I'm not sure why that's there. I guess there were some off-screen Cooligans that were falling down earlier, but yeah, I don't know. That's a little weird. Yeah, you can actually include power-ups in the note blocks, which wasn't really used much, or maybe even at all in These but it wasn't like Super Mario 3, which is where the note blocks came from originally. And I tried to use that a little bit more in my stage as well. This star coin is really simple. It's just like literally a pipe down here. There used to be like a little big snow patch covering that in the original version of this stage for Super Mario Evolution. But then I removed that in this version of the stage. I'm not sure why. This is a little bit of a tricky jump here. You're supposed to do like, oh, there we go. It's a little more tricky even than I estimated it to be, because I've seen some people in playthroughs like fail that once or twice. So sorry about that. I think there's a Cooligan coming, isn't there? Yeah, there is. There's a lot of looking left and right in this stage, trying to keep up with the way the screen wrap works. I think we're nearly at the top now. Yeah. So, like for example, this is quite a cool jump over here. You have to like go over here with the climbable ball and then jump back. I quite like doing those kinds of things. No, the screen wrap mechanic, it wasn't used in Need for Speed at all, except for like a single bonus coin stage or whatever. But I really like messing with it. Also, you can make this jump, I think. Yeah, I remember that sometimes being times where I would just mess around and just do this for like 15 minutes. Because why not? It's quite satisfying almost. And I give you a penguin suit to fight Boom Boom. It's just a little bit odd, but I don't know. Here we are. So I tried, as always, like a lot of mods do this, try to make Boom Boom a little more different. He's still quite the same in terms of difficulty, I would say, especially if you just wait here and just hit him once he gets over to you. You can actually fight Boom Boom in quite a unique way as well in this version of the boss fight. You can do this. You can kind of like wait for Boom Boom to like jump, and then you can do that right there. And that's kind of the intended way of doing it for this boss fight. But obviously you can also just, you know, jump down here and just jump on his head, you know. So, whatever. Yeah, and with that, I guess that's gonna do it for this this episode, guys. Because we've been recording for quite a while already, and we still have a few stages to go. So, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and if you really loved it and you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today. So, bye bye.